So recently, I just started rewatching the Lord of the Rings series. I just started doing that because, of course, we had the new trailer for the Amazon series. If you want to know my thoughts on that, looks fantastic. That's all I really have to say about it. But I reviewed this trilogy years ago. Not years ago, like I guess probably a year ago now. Maybe 2 years ago. And I'm not happy with those videos. Same thing with my Star Wars reviews. And that's one thing I definitely want to do is go back and re-review those. But I'm going to start reviewing the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm not going to do the Hobbits as of yet. If I feel like that's necessary, I will do that. But I'm definitely going to re-review the Lord of the Rings series. Let's start with this one, The Fellowship. So I had not grown up with these movies. I didn't watch them till 2 years ago. And that's why I reviewed them, is I didn't watch them till 2 years ago. And I was in this mindset of I just need to get through these and just make a video, I guess. And yeah, I don't really like that style of video making anymore. I try not to do that anymore. I try to talk about things I'm passionate about, and I am very passionate about the series. Obviously, I'm re-reviewing it, especially this viewing. There's a lot that I was surprised about in this series, in this first movie. So let's talk about it. Words are hard to. Here's the thing. There are certain movies and shows that I could sit here all day tell you is amazing and great, but that doesn't do it justice. You just need to go watch it. This is one of those. Um, like I That's the reason I've never reviewed Avatar: The Last Airbender, even though I've thought about it many times. It's because I can't just tell you how great and just batshit amazing that show is. And describe it well enough that I think it would work out. Same thing with the show BoJack Horseman. So, but I want to try. What I really like about this movie, so this movie is the setup to an adventure, and there will be mild spoilers in this review. I'll just say full-on spoilers. But I don't think anyone cares because this movie has been out for almost, well, I guess 20 years now, right? When did it come out? Like 2001, 2002? Yeah, it's been about 20 years, somewhere in there. It came out before I was born, so I really like this movie, and this being like the setup to an adventure. It does such a great job at world building from the moment this movie starts. Because in a lot, I forget who said this quote, but it's a quote that's always stuck with me. The best fictional universes are the ones that you can tell live before and after the screen. So that means so in this movie, when Gandalf and Frodo hug, when he first shows up in the beginning of this movie, it's clear this is not the first time that he's met Gandalf. This is not the first time he's talked with Gandalf. But we don't see that other time throughout this whole trilogy of movies. And you don't need to. Frodo and them seem like such great friends. And of course, we do see Gandalf and Bilbo's relationship in the Hobbit movies, but before that, it was just these movies. So all the dialogue was very clear about their relationship. You really felt like these were two friends having to give up things, and it was such a beautiful dialogue and great, all around. And that's another thing I didn't give enough credit to is how well written this movie is. This movie is beautifully well written. The other part of this movie I didn't give credit to is the amazing casting. Everyone in this movie is great, especially Ian McKellen and Gandalf. Everybody loves him. Just all fantastic all around. The costume design's amazing. The practical effects are amazing. It's amazing how much this is practical effects. It's just absolutely phenomenal stuff. The score to this movie is amazing. I mean, I daily search up random just themes from these movies and just listen to them because they're just that damn beautiful. And yeah, I really enjoy that. But what I really like about this movie most of all is that this movie is a great setup to the Lord of the Rings movies, but they also make you feel scared. Because we don't know what Saruman is. It does a really great job of it, right? You come into this Hobbit land, it's all happy at the beginning of this movie, and slowly gets more and more dark. And I really like that because in this movie, they do such a great job of making you feel uneasy. And it's because you meet Gandalf in this movie. He's incredibly wise. He's this great wizard, and he's introduced to you like that. And Frodo is asking him questions. Wait, like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Gandalf just looks at him like, I don't have all the answers. I don't know. When the wisest character here says, I don't know, you feel really scared and uneasy about this. And it does a really good job of being that kind of story. And it really sets up where this adventure is going to go, makes you feel excited. And, I also like that, that, that it's a hobbit, right? Hobbits are such a beautiful lens to tell this story through because every character in this movie has conflicts with each other. Boromir just wants to take the ring and redeem his people, and that leads to his eventual downfall where he dies. A very sad moment. I've seen that at home and on the big screen, and I will tell you, on the big screen, Boromir's death is all the more painful on the big screen. But it's like there's that, and then there's the and then you have Gimli and Legolas's relationship. They're both prejudiced of each other's race, and they have to come together. Every character in this movie has a conflict with each other, but through the innocence of this young hobbit, being Frodo, they're able to do this quest and become a team and work together. And I think that's a really beautiful story in a sense. So I really just enjoy this whole movie. And it's weird because when I watched this movie the first time in the trilogy, it was my least favorite because I was just like, it's just all set up. But now watching it again, I see how brilliant that setup was and how much better the movie gets on rewatches. Just this great setup, making you love all these characters and just making you fear the threat without even fully knowing what the threat. Because by the end of this movie, you don't really know what the threat of Saruman is. Besides, I guess he's going to be taking over the world if that ring's not destroyed, But we don't really know what that means. So it's a beautiful, oddly dark but oddly optimistic tale, and I really enjoy that about this movie. It's so fantastic. It's just amazing.